All you parents out there, I think it's time we had the talk. You know the one. Sex. Sex education in this country can be taboo and uncomfortable for many. Adolescence is a very impressionable time when teens try out new things and explore in an attempt to create an identity for themselves. It is the precursor to adult life, and with sex being part of a normal, healthy adult lifestyle, it is crucial that we at least attempt to offer our youth a balanced, comprehensive view of sex. There are many different ways that your adolescent can and will learn about sex, so let's talk about it. For starters, did you know that abstinence-only sex education is not effective at preventing sexual activity and does not lead to increases in safe sex for those who choose to engage in it? That's right. Whether your abstinence only takes a more logical approach that reveals the physical consequences, namely pregnancy and STDs, of sex, or focuses on love education, which includes topics such as traditional differences between men and women and how to discern between love and lust, it's not going to be effective for teens in most circumstances. Teens who completed abstinence-only programs who reported they were less likely to engage in sex also reported that they were less likely to use condoms if and when they did decide to have sex. Yikes. But don't despair, comprehensive sex education is here. Now, it is important to keep in mind that comprehensive sex education can, and depending on who you talk to, should include discussions about the benefits of abstaining from sex. However, teens are human beings too. They have desires and temptations just like the rest of us, and are just as, if not more, likely to act on them. That prefrontal cortex isn't quite developed yet, you know? Indeed, comprehensive sex education, which includes lessons about abstinence as well as contraceptives, decreases sexual activity amongst adolescents and thus reduces the risk of teen pregnancy and STDs. One study even found that teens who completed a comprehensive sex education course were 30% less likely to have engaged in sexual activity over the next year. That is a significant amount. Now I'll let you in on a little secret. Your teen's peers are not the end-all be-all when it comes to their beliefs and attitudes about sex. The truth is, you have a remarkable effect on your adolescents' attitudes and behaviors with regards to sexual activity, and so you should invest some time into talking openly and practically about sex with them. When parents collaborate with doctors and social workers to create and discuss materials which can be utilized to teach their teens about safe sex, teens are significantly less likely to engage in sexual activity at all. But beware, if you use something that we call psychological control, which involves using some form of manipulation to control your teen's behavior and can include things such as withholding love or attention, it can have the opposite effect and lead to riskier sexual endeavors. Even though this sounds and is really negative, it again highlights the tremendous impact that your interactions with your teen can have on their worldview and subsequent actions. So, to wrap everything up, teens are human beings with wants who may or may not act on them. And so for their sake, it is better to prepare them for whatever circumstances they may choose to put themselves in when it comes to sex. And parents, you are a big part of that picture. Thank you for listening.